Hello, everyone. I'm Jake.
And I'm Ella. Welcome.
Ella, a learner sent us a message this week. She wrote, I have worked on this report all morning and I am still not finished.
Something is slightly off there.
Exactly. She is still working. The action is not done. So I have worked is not the right choice here.
She needed, I have been working on this report all morning.
And here is the other direction. Another learner wrote, I have been knowing her since we were at university.
Oh, that one I have heard before.
It sounds almost right, but it is completely wrong.
I have known her since university. That is the correct version. Know is not an action. You cannot put it in the continuous form.
So, two tenses, present perfect and present perfect continuous.
Both use have, both connect the past to the present, but they are not the same.
Today, we're going to make these two tenses completely clear. Which one to use, when to use it, and why.
Welcome to the English Speaking Show. We help you speak English with confidence in real life every day.
And if this kind of lesson helps you, hit subscribe. Every week, we help you sound more natural in English. You do not want to miss it. Okay, Ella, let us start with present perfect. What exactly is it?
Present perfect is a bridge. It connects the past to right now.
What do you mean by a bridge?
Something happened in the past, but it still matters in this moment. That connection, that is present perfect.
So it is not just about the past. It is about the past and now together.
Exactly. And the structure is simple. Have or has plus the past participle of the verb.
I have finished the report. She has called me. They have arrived.
Perfect. Now let us look at the three most common ways we use it.
Starting with
results. When something is done and the result matters right now.
like, I have finished the report. It is done. You can read it now.
Exactly. The finishing happened in the past, but the fact that it's finished matters right now. That's why we use present perfect.
So it is not just telling someone what happened. It is telling them the current situation.
Yes, I have lost my keys. I am standing here right now, unable to get in. The losing happened before, but the problem is now.
I have said that sentence many times, usually at my front door.
We all have. Now, the second use, life experiences.
Like, have you ever been somewhere?
Exactly. Have you ever been to Japan? I have never tried sushi. She has visited 6 countries.
And we do not say when, we just say it happened at some point in our life.
Right, because the exact time doesn't matter. What matters is the experience itself. It's part of who you are right now.
So I have been to Canada means at some point in my life I went, and that experience is part of me now.
Perfect. And the third use, unfinished situations. Something started in the past and is still true right now.
Like, she has worked here for 5 years.
Yes, she started 5 years ago. She's still here now. Present perfect connects those 2 points.
And this is where for and since come in.
Exactly. For tells you how long, since tells you when it started.
So, I have known him for 10 years. 10 years is the duration. That is for.
And I have known him since 2014. 2014 is the starting point. That is since.
For, the length of time. Since, the moment it began.
And one very common mistake here, learners say, I have lived here since 5 years.
But 5 years is a duration, not a starting point. So it should be, I have lived here for 5 years.
Exactly. Now, Jake, I know you have a story about present perfect and a mistake you made.
Yes, not my finest moment. So, a few years ago, I was messaging a colleague on WhatsApp. We had been working together for a long time, and I wrote, I have been knowing her since we joined the company.
Oh no.
She replied, "Have you been knowing me? What does that mean?"
She had no idea what you were trying to say.
I was trying to talk about duration. I wanted to say, we have known each other for a long time, but I reached for the continuous form automatically. And know is not an action. You can't put it in continuous.
It should have been, I have known her since we joined the company.
Exactly. And I have never made that mistake again.
So, to bring present perfect together, use it when the result matters now, use it for life experiences, use it for situations that started in the past and are still true right now.
I have finished the report. I have been to Canada. We have lived here for 5 years. Have or has plus the past participle.
And the anchor to keep present perfect means the result matters now. Something is done, or something is still true, or it happened somewhere in your life.
Okay, so present perfect focuses on the result. What does present perfect continuous focus on?
The action itself, the doing, the process, how long something has been happening.
And the structure?
Have or has, plus been, plus the verb ending in ing.
So, I have been working, she has been waiting, they have been traveling.
Exactly. Now let us look at the first use. Something started in the past and is still happening right now.
Like, I have been working on this project all morning. I started this morning, I am still working right now.
Yes, the action is ongoing. The duration is what matters, not the result, the activity itself.
And this is exactly the mistake from our opening. The learner said, I have worked on this report all morning and I am still not finished.
She was still working. The action was ongoing. So the correct sentence was, I have been working on this report all morning.
Present perfect says it is done. Present perfect continuous says it is still happening.
Now, the second use. The action has just recently stopped, but we can still see the result of it right now.
Can you show me that?
Sure. You look tired. Have you been running? The running just stopped, but we can see it. You are out of breath, your face is red.
So the action explains the current situation.
Exactly. The process caused the present state. Another example. I have been cooking all afternoon. That is why the kitchen is a mess.
The cooking stopped, but the mess is still there.
The mess is very much still there. So, present perfect continuous explains why things look the way they do right now.
And for and since, do they work the same way here?
They do. I have been living here for 3 years. 3 years is the duration, that is for. I have been working here since January. January is the starting point, that is since.
Same words, same rules, just with a different focus. The action, not the result.
Now, there is one important restriction with present perfect continuous, and this connects directly back to your WhatsApp story.
The state of verb problem?
Exactly. Present perfect continuous only works with action verbs. Verbs that describe states, not actions, can never take the continuous form.
What counts as a state verb?
A state is something you simply have or feel. It has no real start or end. Know, love, like, want, own, believe. These describe conditions, not activities.
So, I have been knowing her is wrong, because know is a state, not an action.
Right. The correct form is always, I have known her. Present perfect, not continuous.
So the rule is, if the verb describes an action, continuous is possible. If it describes a state, always use simple present perfect.
Exactly. Now, let us put both tenses side by side. This is the most important moment in today's episode.
I am ready.
Sentence 1. I have painted the room.
That means the room is now painted. It is done, finished. The result is what she is telling us.
Sentence 2. I have been painting the room.
That means she was in the middle of painting. The process is the point. Maybe she is still painting. Maybe she just stopped. But we are focused on the activity, not the completion.
Same situation, completely different meaning.
So if someone asks, "Is the room ready?" you say, "I have painted it."
And if someone asks, "Why are your hands covered in paint?" you say,
I have been painting.
exactly.
What about food? Can we use the same example?
Of course. I have eaten the cake. The cake is gone. Finished. That is the result.
And I have been eating cake all afternoon.
That means you probably should not eat any more.
Story of my weekends, honestly.
So here's the rule to carry with you. One sentence.
Let us hear it.
Sentence 1. Present perfect means the result matters now. Present perfect continuous means the action is still happening.
The result, present perfect. The action, present perfect continuous.
Say that one more time and you'll never forget it.
Present perfect, the result matters now. Present perfect continuous, the action is still happening. Perfect. Now, before the role play, there are two tricky situations worth knowing about.
Good ones too. First one.
What is it?
Some verbs work naturally with both tenses. Live, work, study. I have lived here for 10 years and I have been living here for 10 years. Both are correct.
So, which one do I choose?
The continuous version slightly emphasizes the ongoing activity. The simple version is more neutral. But with these verbs, either one sounds natural. Do not worry about choosing wrong.
That is a relief, actually. Second tricky situation?
Some verbs happen in a single instant. Start, finish, arrive, leave. These cannot take the continuous form.
So, the meeting has been starting is wrong.
The correct way is, the meeting has started. If the action happens in one moment, there's nothing to extend.
So, continuous needs time. If the verb has no time, no continuous.
Exactly.
Write in the comments, which tense do you find more confusing? Present perfect or present perfect continuous? Okay, it's time for both tenses working together in a real conversation.
Let us do a role play. Jake has just come back from a 2-week work trip. I have not seen him since he left. It is Monday morning. We run into each other at the office.
Perfect. Let us go.
Jake, you are back. How was the trip?
Honestly, I have never traveled that much in 2 weeks in my entire life.
That bad?
Not bad, just exhausting. I've been traveling for 15 hours straight. I only got home last night.
15 hours? You must be exhausted.
I am, but I have finally finished the main project. I submitted everything this morning.
That is brilliant. How long were you working on that one?
I've been working on it since January. 4 months. It feels strange to be done.
And how was the team over there?
Really good, actually. I've worked with international teams before, but never one this organized.
Have you ever been to that city before?
No, never. This was my first time. I've been thinking about going back, actually, just as a tourist next time.
You have just come back and you're already planning the next trip?
I know. But look, I've been sitting at my desk for 3 years. A bit of travel does something to you.
I completely understand that feeling.
Okay, let's break that down quickly.
Did you notice how naturally both tenses appeared? Nobody announced them. They just came up because the conversation needed them.
Present perfect for completed results. I have finished the main project. It's done. That's the result.
And present perfect for life experiences. Have you ever been to that city before? At any point in your life, yes or no?
Present perfect for unfinished situations. I have worked with international teams before. That experience is still part of who I am.
And present perfect continuous for ongoing duration. I have been working on it since January, 4 months. The activity and the length of time are the point.
Present perfect continuous for a recently stopped action with a visible result. I have been traveling for 15 hours. That's why I look exhausted right now.
And present perfect continuous for something still in progress. I have been thinking about going back. The thinking is still happening.
The result gets present perfect. The activity gets present perfect continuous.
Now it's your turn. One pattern, both tenses together.
Think about something you've recently finished or achieved, and think about what you were doing to get there.
The structure is, I have blank because I have been ing blank.
Mine? I finally got a promotion because I've been working really hard for the past 6 months.
And mine, I have improved my English because I have been practicing every single day.
Now you, think about something you've achieved recently. What were you doing to make it happen?
Whatever you said, that was a real sentence using both tenses naturally. Present perfect for the result, present perfect continuous for the activity that led to it.
That is exactly how fluent speakers use these two tenses every day. Okay, let us bring everything together.
Present perfect, have or has, plus the past participle. Use it when the result matters now. Use it for life experiences. Use it when something started in the past and is still true.
Present perfect continuous, have or has, plus been, plus the verb ending in ing. Use it when the action itself matters, the doing, the duration, the process.
And the one rule to carry with you everywhere.
Present perfect, the result matters now. Present perfect continuous, the action is still happening.
If you want to talk about what is done, present perfect. If you want to talk about what has been happening, present perfect continuous.
And remember, state verbs like know, love, and want never take the continuous form. Always use simple present perfect with those.
Now, comment challenge. Write one sentence in the comments using present perfect continuous. Tell us something you have been doing lately.
For example, I have been learning English for 6 months. Or, I have been working on a new project this week. Or, I have been trying to improve my speaking.
Your sentence does not need to be perfect. Just write it. Every sentence you write builds your confidence.
And if this episode helped you finally understand these two tenses, please subscribe. We have brand new episodes every single week.
Thank you so much for spending this time with us today.
Keep practicing. You are doing better than you think.
See you in the next one.